But we have it here. The PvP on the best map, the most PvP map, I feel like. And spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Radisset Station, it is none other than MaxPax.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Radisson Station, we have as opponent, we have the Chinese Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing the Platinum Heroes for the first time in the finals of ESL Open Cup Americas. It is Firefly.
So cool to see Firefly now moving to Texas, becoming a citizen of Texas. I want everybody to remember that when you see Firefly playing, whether it's in this or if you're in Twitch chat, you know, of the ESL, if he makes it to Atlanta, maybe that'd be so cool to see those chants of USA in chat. I cannot wait for Firefly to get those USA chants.
Yeah, especially if he does go to Atlanta, right? He's gonna have the home ground advantage. Like, that's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
But oh my god! And already we have the map coming into play. Now there may even be people watching right now that have never even seen Radisson Station before. And mate, there's a reason why.
Oh, Firefly, he's beautiful. We love Firefly. It just gets better. Just grabbing that gold.
Let's go. Okay, so a big thing about this map is, of course, there's a ramp coming into natural. There's a pocket base as well. You can cut corners. You can be very greedy on Radisson Station. But Firefly is ramping that up to 11 by rushing into that goal.
Yeah, and I mean, with the gold base first, you got to imagine he's going for a very quick attack on his opponent, right? MaxPax is going to scout this, of course, because he saw no Nexus. He's like, what else could he be doing, right? It's got to be at one of the gold bases. But you're right, like, MaxPax can be super greedy, and he has a good defensive position up that ramp in his tight little 3-base triangle there. So Firefly, I think he's got to get that damage done quickly if he's going to go for an attack. But that gold base is, of course, very vulnerable to MaxPax doing an attack on him. So if Firefly just tries to macro, that's not likely going to work out too well for him.
Definitely. I mean, as you were saying, like, this is a very exposed base here. Can be attacked from almost all angles as well. It's very far away from, of course, your main bases. We're going to be recalling over and maynarding this gold as well. And I agree. I expect Firefly to be hyper aggressive with this, but that sounds difficult to do, right? Like, it's so difficult to be aggressive on this map just because of how defensive it is on Radisson Station.
Yeah, and look, this cheeky adept coming over here for MaxPax. But I got to imagine Firefly has, like, a plan, right? He's got a proxy going down over by MaxPax's base. Is he just going to try to brute force his way through?
He may try to, but two adepts rock up and two adepts say one-shot workers. Probes are going to be going down here, and we can't stop them. This is disastrous, heroes. We've killed 3, and we're going to kill so many more. I
mean, this is the exact counter MaxPax needed to do, and I don't know what Firefly expected. This is what happens. It's how it goes. The Stalker just not enough DPS to push these adepts away. 7 probes going down, and despite having that gold base, Firefly is going to be very far behind economically now.
Exactly. Like, something we were lacking here was maybe some better Sim City to try to zone these adepts away, to do something to stop this, even if it's possible. Behind this, it's going to be a Stargate follow-up. We have the Oracle diving right into the main base. The economy is going to be crippled here. Firefly barely has anything to defend. He has 1 Stalker, soon to be 2 Stalkers in position.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like it'll be enough to maybe push the Oracle away, but it's still going to get a couple of kills. And anything at this point is too much damage for Firefly to handle. 17 workers to 36. Really, all MaxPax has to do now is not die to whatever Firefly tries to do to him. He's got a shield battery over here. He's got double pylon, so that's not going to be depowered easily. And Firefly isn't even going to try. He just taps out.
GG, well played. There's Firefly taps out. MaxPax does take the first game, and I appreciate the creativity, the ingenuity there of Firefly rushing into that gold. But as we saw, it's a very exposed base and very difficult to defend, and MaxPax just had his way with the economy of Firefly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what Firefly's plan was that game, but it feels like the first response that you'd expect to see, right? Oh, you're taking that gold base, mineral line's very exposed. I'm just going to send adepts in. It's already like a huge part of PvP. is getting your wall set up so the Adepts can't get through, so that 2 Adepts can't shade in. Because, I mean, I've seen players leave as soon as 2 Adepts get to their mineral line, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much just GG 9 times out of 10, and that was no exception. Firefly tried to play it out a little bit, but the 2 Adepts just gets the job done.
Yeah, exactly. The oracles were like the cherry on top as well. There was a second oracle coming out, and likewise, they can also one-shot workers. So there was just no way for Firefly to facilitate for his all-in that he was trying to work up towards, trying to build towards. Maybe he was hoping that MaxPax would be bamboozled a little bit, or maybe wouldn't scout the goal base in time, and maybe Firefly could get away with it. Regardless, game 1 is in the books, but it's the best of 5. We got plenty more games ahead of us.
It is, and we do. I'm very thankful for that. And we are here in game 2. We're on a hard lead, maybe a bit more of a normal standard map here. In the lower right-hand corner, it is none other Systrom Gaming's MaxPax taking the 1-0 lead in this best of 5.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player, the rising star himself, representing the Platinum Heroes down in the series, but looking to tie it up. It is Firefly.
And of course, MaxPax going for the low ground pylon. This is no surprise. There was a little bit where even MaxPax wasn't doing this on the maps that were flat ground like this, but then he was like, "No, I'm gonna do it anyways." And so now he just does it every game again, and I'm glad to see it. I'm glad he's figured out how to hold every single build that can be thrown at him again. I've seen some players get close, but I don't think I've seen a Protoss break him with a 1-gate expand lately.
Yeah, in this map pool, I don't think I've seen it. I don't think I've seen it yet. Again, MaxPax is just so damn powerful. Firefly is sending a probe towards the top, towards the right-hand side of the map. This could be for a proxy pylon, potentially a proxy Stargate, which doesn't necessarily have to be all in, just the way to cripple the economy and to even things up. And it is good to see that Firefly is, again, aware of what his opponent is doing and coming up with a way to try to counteract that.
Yeah, I mean, I love a good proxy Stargate. MaxPax is going to see, of course, there's no second pylon here, but that doesn't really mean much. It could just be hidden somewhere out on the map. I'm sure he's going to try to keep an eye on when the Nexus goes down, though, and what units come out of these gateways is going to be important. To get that Stargate up as fast as possible, you'd want to build double Adept, but Firefly might try to build something else to throw his opponent off. Nope, just 2 Adepts. All right, there you go.
Oh my god! So that is that is double Adept. You know, we were right here, but across the map, that is not a Stargate, that is a Robo, and this looks like, I imagine this is going to be a War Prism to actually ferry the Adepts into the main base. So yeah, very cheeky variation here of proxy for Firefly.
I love that. All right. He's gonna do something a little bit wild. MaxPax, of course, has his Stargate coming up in the wall. I feel like he's going to build a Phoenix because I feel like he's expecting a proxy Stargate.
That would make the most sense. Meanwhile, MaxPax, he does force away that probe. He has control of the Zonage. He's going to be scouting. No, he's moving in the direction of the Adepts. They're too late.
Oh, my God. They're going to spot it. All right. Well, I mean, MaxPax still has to get some units up to deal with this. He's only going to have the 1 Stalker out and 1 Adept somewhere. Oh, it's on the other side of the map. All right. Getting killed.
Yeah, the Adept does go down across the map, does get a scout off, does confirm what's going on. We have a Twilight counter follow-up here from Firefly, still coming to the Prism as we do dip into the main base. There is a Stalker in position, but not enough DPS. The Adepts should make their way into the mineral line.
Yeah, and the Phoenix can lift up one of these to make sure they can't one-shot the probes. There's no battery yet, so the Adept's going to go ahead and get a few kills. And, of course, MaxPax has the natural, but hold the phone. The Adept's going to be able to shade away. Oh, only one of them has it off cooldown right now.
No. Yeah, we do have the Adept shading towards that main base. Once again, 4 probes going down. We should be able to get another worker as well. Phoenix does arrive just in time, but we're just continuing to just ferry Adepts into the main.
Yeah, and behind us, it's going to be Blink for Firefly, so he's going to blink all in MaxPax after trying to get this probe damage done and keep MaxPax's economy low. I've seen a lot of players try to blink all in against MaxPax in this situation, but I've never seen them do it after killing 9 workers at the start of the game.
Exactly, like the Phoenixes, they're just out of energy. They had such a hard time. 10 workers go down in total. Finally, the Adepts do get cleaned up. The Warp Prism is still alive, by the way, and it's going to be protected by these Stalkers. At least I hope it is, as we just dive on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just goes for the kill. Killing that's way more important. He doesn't even lose a Phoenix. And that's, I mean, that's great value. It's a great way to start this off. MaxPax already knew what was coming. He saw that Twilight Council on the other side of the map. He was expecting Blink. He's getting out an Immortal. And I don't know, I kind of love this for MaxPax right now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Firefly, he's going to have Blink, so he's going to be able to bypass the wall and go straight into the main. Observer is on the way for that high ground vision, so he can ignore the shield batteries. There are 2 of them here in the second pylon as well. MaxPax does have a preemptive shield battery, though, in the main base. He's expecting, you know, something in the main as well.
Yeah, but you're right. He doesn't have a lot in there. It's just the 1 pylon. It's powering the most important structure he has right now. Oh, the Stalker's going to be able to blink up. Can they stop that Immortal coming out? No, they cannot. But MaxPax is going to have 2 Immortals up against these Stalkers, and Firefly is like, hold on. Needs to back up. The Phoenix is going to lift up a couple of these Stalkers and allow those Immortals to get some kills. Already 2 Stalkers going down.
Yeah, big loss for Firefly. He still has a lot of Stalkers, don't get us wrong, but with 2 Immortals soon to be 3, it's going to be so difficult to break this position. The Cyber Core is going to go down. It is exposed at least, and Firefly, there's no turning back from this. He still has to double down on the all-in.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else for him to do here. He just has to build more Stalkers. MaxPax already up to 29 workers, and he continues producing. Whoa, Blink's on top of the Immortals, but the Super Shield Battery is going to keep him alive. The Phoenixes, again, lifting up 2 of those Stalkers, stopping the one-shot possibility, and that is just going to be a hold from MaxPax. You can't do it. You can't break them. It's just not the play.
It's not. GG gets called. But what I will say is that was damn close. That was impressive. Like, even though in the end MaxPax did shut it down, I do think a big moment was MaxPax killing the Warp Prism, just completely taking the wind out of the sails of Firefly's follow-up. But Firefly, he was popping up. He was getting quite a lot of economic damage done. He was setting himself up for success. Almost pulled it off, but barely couldn't. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, the Adepts was such a great way to start that off. I think if Firefly... Obviously, losing that Prism was big, but I think if he had blinked into the base a little more crisply, right? I think he could have gotten there sooner, could have blinked in sooner. He might have been able to stop that second Immortal from coming out, and that would have been a huge, huge win for him. Even if it's just temporary, it could allow him to get that damage done. But with 2 Immortals out, MaxPax just wasn't scared. He was not scared of that Stalker army at any point.
Exactly, no fear whatsoever. And yeah, as you were saying, like that Robo was quite exposed. You know, it was a Narcosis pylon. You're keeping everything up there, and if we could maybe get on top of that early enough, maybe we could shut that down. But alas, MaxPax did hold in the end. MaxPax, he takes a 2-0 lead, and he's looking for the clean sweep. You know, you mentioned it, right? The first time they faced off, Firefly won, and MaxPax, he's been holding that grudge for years.
It's true. It's true. He's not letting him get any foothold here. MaxPax wants to shut him down in the strongest way possible. And now we're going to one of the other fun maps in this map pool that I feel like I don't see super often. Equilibrium for Game 3.
Here we go. Yeah, a bit of a larger map. Gold bases are also possible to take here. We saw what Firefly did on Radisson Station. Do we try to do the same on Equilibrium?
I mean, I love me a good gold base opener. I do love it. But it didn't work out super well last time, and I feel like maybe it won't work out super well this time. We'll just have to see what the players give to us, what they gift us with in this Game 3. It is match point for our player in the upper left-hand corner here, Psystorm Gaming's MaxPax.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing the Platinum Heroes down in this series, up against the wall. He needs your help. He needs your support in the chat. It is Firefly.
USA, USA, USA.
Let's go.
I love it. Yeah, Firefly, he's adopting the low ground gate. He's learned his lesson. He's like, all right, I can't beat you on my terms. I'll try to beat you on your terms.
Exactly. Firefly, he has seen the light, he has seen the way of the PvP, and we have a gate expand set up from both players. Now, this can still lead into one base all-ins. We have seen players attempt to do this against MaxPax, and then MaxPax, he, again, Uno reverse cards, and then he all-ins you instead, and punishes your attempted greed. So that's also on the table here as no shot.
Oh.
Oh no, he's checking.
He watched it, but MaxPax scouts it. Oh, but he gets it down. He just takes it right in front of him. Firefly,
I love it.
What a god. The low ground gateway straight into the gold nexus. Like
now, to be fair, this is the same way that he opened up on Radisson Station as well.
Yep.
So both games did open in the same manner here, but both games MaxPax confirms the gold base, and just like he did on Radisson Station, he's going to be looking to punish this gold.
Yeah, I see. The real thing you have to do here for Firefly is he should take MaxPax's gold. That's what he should do.
Yeah,
that would have been the answer. I can't believe he got that probe kill. MaxPax careless.
Oh,
losing that probe.
He's shaken. It's over. It's the mental.
Yeah, it's gone. He's shook. MaxPax up here sweating right now.
He is. I don't blame him. You know, things are getting hot and heavy, and Firefly, he's going to be just checking as well, making sure the gold hasn't been taken. There's that proxy pylon being thrown down to commit to his own all-in. Should be recalling soon to this gold, but can he protect it? Because the adepts are on the way.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just the exact same thing as game one so far. This game has looked identical in just about every single way. So I'm hoping that Firefly is able to stop these adepts from killing like the 12 probes or whatever it ended up being last game. He hasn't.
Yeah.
He used his energy for a chrono boost.
Yeah.
I love juice this. On it.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to say that was intentional here, as the adept is going to be threatening a shade, but the wall is a wall, so the adept will not find its way into the base. And Firefly, he's committing to an all-in. Void Ray is on the way instead of the Oracle. It looks like Max actually recognizes how much danger he's in.
Yeah, I mean, he realizes, he's like, all right, you're actually not mining from that gold, which, of course, keeps the probe safe, but it means that Firefly now has a useless nexus, right? That nexus is doing nothing. So Firefly has to attack. This is a one-base all-in, kind of, with two bases.
Yeah, and I'm curious. So the adept is going to recheck once again. Still no recall to this gold. But again, I do love the fact that, again, Firefly, I'm sure he was hoping that maybe oracles would be on the way to harass, but Max actually has done a great job of just verifying and confirming that there is no saturation, and he's setting up here with additional shield batteries, with additional units to defend.
Yeah, and the Stalkers are going to start poking and prodding here. There's 2 shield batteries already up for MaxPax, though. So the Stalker's not going to be able to get a lot of damage done. More Voids on the way, and this is Firefly playing right into MaxPax's hands. MaxPax is so good at this.
He really is. We have a second and a third pylon as well, just to keep everything powered. Cybercore is exposed, and the Cybercore could go down, but it's not about the Cybercore, it's about the Void Rays instead, as more shield batteries are being thrown down. Firefly is still completely all in. He's getting damage done, but hasn't killed anything yet.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked that MaxPax is going for a Twilight Council here. That does not seem like what I would normally expect from him. As the Stalkers keep pushing in. Oh, the Void Ray getting low, but it stays alive. The shield battery's keeping it up. Is there an overcharge available? There is, but he's not using it. One of the Voids dies. MaxPax. Yeah, MaxPax. That was late.
Yeah, MaxPax a little bit late pulling the trigger there, and the last 2 Void Rays go down. The third one is only halfway done. We only have 1 gateway. The Stalkers are going down. Firefly is busting in.
Yeah, I mean, this is going fantastically for Firefly. Now the shield battery overcharge has been used. There are 2 full energy shield batteries here, but the Stargate is getting very low. He's going to have to use more energy from those shield batteries to keep that Stargate alive, because it's going to die before the Void Ray gets out. And MaxPax making a bit of a mistake here, and I think Firefly's got this.
There's a big blunder there. Holding on to that shield battery overcharge a little bit too long. GG gets called, and Firefly, he 1.5 base all-ins MaxPax, and he takes the game.
He does it. He takes the game. MaxPax making some uncharacteristic mistakes on the defense there. Something he's done a million times. But, yeah, I don't know if he didn't expect such a commitment from Firefly. Maybe he thought that it was like a natural base. There wasn't. That was full commitment.
we were memeing a little bit about it, but you know, really, it was that first probe going down. The mental was shaken, and as a result, mistakes happen. And MaxPax, you know, late there with the overcharge, couldn't save the Void Rays, and Firefly is fighting back.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked to see that. I mean, we were kind of talking about it, and while it sounds silly, I don't see MaxPax lose those like ever in the last 3 years. It's very rare to see him lose in that kind of situation. It happens occasionally, but it's usually he doesn't make those kinds of mistakes too. The late overcharge, a Twilight Council follow-up is very weird to me. I would have expected either a Forge for Cannons or more likely a Robo to get into Immortals. The Robo is pretty common for him, but no such luck in that game. And that means we get a game 4. We get to go to Oceanborn, still on match point, but now a little shaken. A little shaken. Maybe the comeback is happening. In the upper left-hand corner, it is Psystorm Gaming's MaxPax.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player representing the Platinum Heroes. He still needs your support. He's still up against the wall, but he has taken a game. Can he do it again? Can he force the ace match as he's going for a 1-base all-in? It is Firefly.
I love it so much, dude. PvP is just so good.
It's I don't know about yourself. It's my favorite mirror matchup. I love it.
Scouted immediately.
He is nice on the main attack path, and the probe doesn't come across the gateway. But it's so obvious that like really he's just trying to catch MaxPax off guard. I'm sure he's as flabbergasted as we are.
Yeah, I mean, you don't expect to see Proxy 2-gate on your normal scouting path at the start of a game, but here it is. Here it is. What do you do now? I mean, it's just weird. I really don't know where Firefly is going with this. He's going to drop a Cyber Core.
Yeah, we're just throwing down all the production buildings out in the open here. I mean, it's where the first pylon is, so it's going to be a 2-gate opener from Firefly. Meanwhile, MaxPax back at home, going for, again, a gate expand. Zelda's on the way initially to try to focus on that pylon. That pylon already taking some hits here from the probe.
Probe is doing good on it. Can the probe and the Zealot chew through this? The Zealot's a little late for Firefly. I think it needs to put down a second pylon.
Oh, yeah, we may need a second pylon here to keep everything powered. I mean, everything is here. The gateways and the Cyber Core. We cannot lose this pylon.
He doesn't have literally anything else. If this pylon goes down, the game ends. I mean...
Oh, my God.
If he has a second one on the way, maybe? I guess the Zealot will work. The double chrono here. All right, okay. It was a little dicey there for a second, but...
It was. We have the second pylon on the way just to make sure everything stays powered. Stalkers are in production back at home. MaxPax's tech of choice is going to be a Stargate. Once again, this should be for Void Rays. 2 more Shield Batteries are thrown down. Bearing in mind that there is no Nexus, so there is not going to be an overcharge available. So that could come into play here in the defense as the Stalkers are on the way.
That's a good point. They're also going to be half energy shield batteries. So not nearly as much energy on these batteries as you might expect in this situation. Did that Zealot get recalled? Is that what just happened there?
It died.
Oh, okay. Well, MaxPax now chrono boozing out a Void Ray, but this is already doing some damage. He only has one pylon. Probe's coming
Warp
down
Gate
to
isn't
fight.
done.
Warp Gate
is
not
the boys
done.
are being...
And
That's
MaxPax has to tap out. What?
Oh my God. The army rocks up just in time. The Zealot went down. The shield battery could not protect it. There was only one pylon, and Firefly ties it up.
He does it, man. We go to game 5. Oh,
hey, I'm telling you.
Dude,
the mental is broken.
It's broken. And now, I mean, listen, you start out up 2-0. It's feeling pretty easy, right? Nothing too crazy happened. MaxPax just played solid, went in, easy peasy. Felt like easy PvPs for MaxPax, and then all of a sudden, it turns around on you. You lose that probe, your scouting probe to your enemy's probes. That's that puts you on tilt alert, and then you lose that game. Perfect defensive setup for MaxPax. He loses it. Now the reverse sweep is imminent, and Firefly is looking for the most major upset of his career.
Oh, yeah. He is walking that royal road here. He's already achieved so much in this tournament. He's already done so much that we can't fault him, right? He took down ByuN. He took down GuMiho. He took down Creator. This was not an easy tournament for Firefly. He took down some heavy hitters on his way to the finals. And Firefly, he's not done. He's unsatiated. He wants one more.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, his road to get here was harder than MaxPax's. Not that MaxPax played anybody bad, but like creator GuMiho and ByuN, that is a very difficult path to get here. And Firefly so far has looked fantastic. It would be really something special if he was able to take this.
It really would. It really would. And just quickly touching on that last game as well, the wild all-in that I've never seen before, to go for a proxy double gate in the center of the map with a cybercore as well.
Yeah, what?
That was wild.
Honestly, that felt like something that I would have seen like 2020 MaxPax go for.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, a big part of that, I'm sure, is also maybe MaxPax sending his first Zealot across the map to harass, right, instead of having it back at him to defend, to keep that pylon alive. There's a lot that we can maybe theorize about, but, mate, we're getting into the ace match. We've made it to Game 5.
We certainly have. And despite starting out 2-0, he's now on the verge of being taken down. And what is that pylon? Oh, my God, he's broken. It's Sizestorm Gaming's MaxPax.
It was misplaced as well. He canceled it, and then they had to reposition it.
Oh, no.
As spawning in the bottom left, we have his opponent going for the MaxPax against MaxPax, who isn't, by the way. We have the blue Protoss representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Firefly.
Dude, this is... I mean, already 25 minerals lost for MaxPax.
Yeah.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it right now. This is the nerves, you know?
Yeah.
It happens. Firefly playing calm, cool as a cucumber. He's ready for the big stage. I can see it. Yeah,
when I think Firefly, I think Cucumber, and mate, he is popping off right now. He is looking so damn good. Now, the question becomes, can he pull a MaxPax? Not what we've seen these last two games, but the first two games. Because MaxPax, with this setup, he himself could go for a one-base all-in and try to punish the greed of Firefly. The turns have tabled. I feel like we need to change the names on the overlay here, because this feels like what MaxPax should have been doing and what Firefly should have been doing.
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. If you covered up those names right now and we're like, oh, what's this match? I'd be like, well, it's MaxPax probably against a Protoss that plays on the Korean server a lot. Yeah. So, but no, you're right. It's the exact opposite. Firefly's going to take this base. MaxPax did not try to block that very hard, which tells me that, yeah, he does probably want a one base all in him. He wants to give him the juice. He's like, all right, you can take the base, but do you know how to defend it? Do you know how to build Void Rays and shield batteries is the question MaxPax is about to ask Firefly.
That is the question. Now, what's interesting here is that MaxPax, his tech of choice is a Stargate, and it's back at home. This tells us that MaxPax, I think he wants to expand. Yeah. This is for an Oracle opener, so MaxPax, he's not going for a one-base all-in.
Maybe he wants to show Firefly how to properly play against this. He's teaching him. This is a learning opportunity right now. MaxPax is showing him, like, hey, just, okay, if your opponent fast expands and you have the high ground wall, here's what you do. Just Stargate Oracle, right? And then into a Nexus, no problem. You're a little bit behind economically, but it's catch-upable.
He wants to show him how it's done, but Firefly is turning the tables. We have a proxy pylon, which is unscattered, by the way. MaxPax, he was checking with the Zealot. He does not come across it, and we have a proxy gateway.
The tables have turned so many times in this series. It's actually crazy. I don't know which way is up anymore. The table's gone. It's shattered. And yeah, Firefly, is this like a 4 gate? Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah. I mean, we have 3 gates back at home. We have a 4th gate across the map, so it's going to be a 1-base, 4-gate all-in. I say 1 base. There is 2 workers here, but really we're not focusing on saturation. We're focusing on the all-in. Firefly wants to make it look like he's going for a more economic opener. We do have the Oracle making his way across the map, though, and we don't really have much at home to defend, so probes may go down.
Yeah, the scout, I feel like, is very important here for MaxPax. He's going to see no tech, 3 gates. Ooh, the Oracle going to chew through some of this. The shield battery will help out for a little while. But again, like you said, Firefly doesn't care about this at all. He's attacking. This is a 1-base all-in with a Nexus. And I think MaxPax has realized that he's got double shield battery here. A Void Ray is out. And Firefly is just going to get shoved away right away, losing one of those Stalkers.
Yeah, Stalker goes down. Shield batteries are up and running, keeping the Void Ray alive. Another Stalker's going to go down as well. This is brutal, and Firefly is losing too much. He loses 11 probes across the map.
Yeah, the Oracle just getting through that shield battery energy, and Firefly is going to be forced to tap out. An anticlimactic end to the series, but MaxPax, he holds on. He shows Firefly exactly how it's done. Exactly what you do against MaxPax. And now Firefly will know for next time.
There you go. GG, well played. MaxPax takes the series in the end, 3-2. He is going to be this week's ESL Open Cup 202 Americas champion. Not the first championship that he's won, but he had to work for it. And made a big shout out to Firefly because he exceeded all the expectations that were laid upon him. Like, he did so well today.
Yeah, I absolutely